Welcome everyone! This video is related to another video we made showcasing some PvP related mechanics in Dark Souls 3. So if you haven't seen that video, I strongly recommend watching that video first before watching this one. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you guys for all the positive feedback you provided for that video. It was truly amazing to see how good welcome that video actually got, especially since there has been so long time since I last did any PvP guides, so thank you so much for that. Anyways, to the point. Unfortunately, there are a couple of things on that video that were either explained badly, not detailed enough, or flat out incorrect. Most of the things on that video will still hold up, and I have corrected the original video with some annotations about the corrections. But since I realized that a lot of people saw it before the annotations were added, I decided to make a separate video with the corrections. We also got a lot of feedback on that video about different things, and wanted to double and triple check the things that people were most skeptical about. Because the worst thing for me would be that any of my videos would cause any widespread misinformation. Also, I want to remind you guys, always remember to keep an open mind, people. Even if we have tested things over and over and over again for these videos, it doesn't mean that there could not be some factors that we haven't taken into account. So if you think you need confirmation, it's always good to double check things for yourself. You never know if you could realize something we didn't. There is also a very considerable chance that future patches will change some of the things showcased on these early videos. But yeah. Here are the corrections and some additional things that we came up in our double checking sessions and the feedback that we got on the first video. In the original video I said this. No, animation cancelling is not possible anymore. This is not completely true. You cannot animation cancel attacks, yes, but majority of the spells in the game can still indeed be animation cancelled. This is something I'm very glad I was wrong about, since animation cancelling is a huge thing for caster builds, and I'm glad it's still in. In the original video I said this. No, but you can partially parry kicks. You will take the stamina damage but do not get staggered. Now this right here is very interesting one indeed. People are reporting instances where they have parried kicks. And I have even seen some video footage of it actually happening now. After testing it many times in the first testings and some shitload of more times in our double checking sessions, we just couldn't do it. We couldn't parry kicks. We tried different shields, we tried parrying super early, super late and middle, yet nothing worked. I'm really gravitating towards a visual glitch that shows a normal attack as a kick at times. Or then there's some unknown factor that affects this, but if it is parryable somehow with regular means, it must be the most weird and strict timing that we were not able to replicate no matter how much we tried. Also, in the original video I said that kick works exactly the same as guard break did in Dark Souls 2. I don't know why I said that, because it doesn't work exactly like guard break did. Kick only deals massive stamina damage, but it does not automatically guarantee a card break. In order for your opponent to get card broken, they need to run out of stamina while blocking. In the original video I said the following. Yes, you can parry ultra greatsword swings even when those are two-handed. But, interestingly enough, you cannot parry their two-handed R2 attacks. On this one I have some good news, depending on how you look at it. It seems that we did a bit of a fuck up with this one, since we used just the wrong ultra greatswords to test this one. It turns out some of the two-handed ultra greatsword R1s are indeed still unparryable. This time we tested all the ultra greatswords that we had, and we found something interesting. The ultra greatswords that had horizontal two-handed R1s could not be parried, but greatsword and fume ultra greatsword that had vertical style two-handed R1s could be parried. Remember though, that all the ultra great swords you see here are all the ones that we tested, so there might be some surprising exceptions within the weapon class. But this should still be great news for the ultra great sword users. R2 attacks still seem to be unparryable, even with the ones that have parryable R1 attacks. In the original video I said this. There are 3 major breakpoints for equip load that affect your rolling. Fast roll at under 30%, medium roll at under 70%, and heavy roll at over 70% of equip load. Now, this is something that is not really that incorrect, just explained rather badly in the original video, so I wanted to explain it a bit further. These breakpoints do exist, but the most major thing that different equip load percent affects is the rolling distance. Not roll speed or roll recovery speed, until you hit like heavy roll, that is over 70% of equip load. We didn't have any accurate way to test iframes yet, so those could be changing with the equip load as well. Also, roll distance seems to change a bit with every percent of equip load, like in Dark Souls 2. And naturally, if you go over 100% of equip load, you cannot roll at all. Some people also called me out on the fact that I said that there's a mid roll in the game, but I think it's just more easy to say than not so fast or long fast roll but still a fast roll, so I just said mid roll, okay? Some people were skeptical about the timings that they showcased for the weapon arts that we announced as unparryable, so we decided to double check them. And then we triple checked them. And then we checked them even more and more and more, and no! The unparryable weapon arts we showcased in the original video are not parryable, at least in the current version of the game. Who knows? There's some crazy motherfuckers out there who are parrying kicks, so what do I know? But hey, here's a cool bonus for you. With the right shield you can parry spells, and unlike in Dark Souls 2 where you could also parry spells, now you can also see the spells bounce away from your shield, or change direction for the duration of your spell parry. Pretty cool, huh? That's it, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully we cleared things up for some of you and didn't spread too much misinformation. There are also some more details we would like to provide about how poise works in the game, but I think that works best as a separate video later. But we have to double check and record the clips first. Thank you for watching everyone, and take care.